McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Irving.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
Well, they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Hey, alert 33.
Here's Mayfield. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Fletcher. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
This defense for the Bengals, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
There's a short one taken in by Atkins.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
It's a gain of 2.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Going to the air again with Mayfield.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. But you look at this defense.
They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11.
Here we go. Right, 80. 12.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to it. Hey, you guys did the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
The Bengals had 5 and 6 to start play, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here we go. 180. Place hot.
Here's Burrow. Looking left side, he's got him in. That's Brown. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here we go. Big third.
From the gun on third down is Burrow.
Over middle, that's caught by Chase.
And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
And 1.
Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles. 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness. Go pick it up.
And it is caught.
Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase
With career touchdown number 70.
And the Bengals take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7. Buccaneers nothing. Evan McPherson.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Play fake. Mayfield.
And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Bengals will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
Burrow looking to pass. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, at the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got 2, we got 2. Right here, 3. Remember, it was 2 in a row. We'll be hit 3 in a row because These offenses, they've got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Second and 4.
Mayfield looks to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Throwing, Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have the Bucks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining.
And just a couple yards in down to the 17.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, holding to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Mayfield down. Now they go screen. It's complete.
Down inside the 10.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bucky Irving with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Bucks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Draw play for Brown. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. No luck whatsoever there on the draw.
Yeah, they're supposed to use their aggressiveness against them. That was the hope. But maybe they had too big of a meal last night. A half step slow, and he ends up running right into the meat of the defense.
These two teams all tied after 1.
On 2.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now it's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. So no gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bucks are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one, they got to take care of business first.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. It's Fletcher. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
1-1, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Cut. Right 80. Go get him,
Burrow will throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. The ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucks will get ready to go on offense. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Once again, it's Irving. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit. On 1st and 10, here's Irving. That's a pretty strong running there as
as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent game and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
After the loss, they'll come up second and 13. Up the middle they go. Buchanan. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
180! Stop!
Mayfield. Quick hitter here is complete. And we'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! What's up?
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucks trying on 4th down, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 5.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
Here we go. Stop!
Now it's Burrow.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go, here we go. Stop!
Now Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Let's get set. 180. Legs high.
To the air again, Burrow. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 180. Legs high. Stop.
Back to throw again. And he dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucks 21. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Gun.
At the 21-yard line.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd and 7. Burrow. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
11, Thomas.
This is Brown going up the middle. I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Burrow going forward on 4th. On the right side open is Gesicki. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go. Hot. 180.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Chase. From the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Buccaneers' 5-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. It's a foot race. It's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TD.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. That really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room. It translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
On 2.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Here we go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's Mayfield. Looking middle, and he's got a Buccs. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Mayfield to throw it. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say we should have done better there.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays on. This hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
High up there to grab it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Get set. 180.
From midfield now, Burrow. Throwing at a traffic there, and that's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I'm wondering.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
Here we go.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here we go. 180. Stop.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Gun. Stop. 180. Race up. Stop.
Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down.
At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
11 MT. 180. 11. Stop.
Now back to throw. Completed to Hyatt. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. They will take it out in for a Bengals touchdown. Mike Gesicki, 26 yards. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Bengals 14. Kevin McPherson. McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. It's DJ Turner who's got it. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick six. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But boy, that's a throw you really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try.
A 49-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20 to 14 now.
14.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
This pass held in by Dotson. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. The loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Here we go.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank. Gun stop.
Burrow looking to pass. They'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
And that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football.
Vita Vea. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the back spin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdown.
And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bucks on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late.
Tough. Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Baker going to give it to Irving.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
11 MT tank.
Now it's Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Let's get set. 11 Thomas. Can. Change.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slow lead. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
To throw, Mayfield. Throwing. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Bengals grab it.
Here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Burrow will throw. Caught along the left side by Hyder. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and a yard.
Here we go.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Eleven MT. Here we go.
They go right back to the ground here in Brown. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
Kalijah Cansey in on the stop.
2nd and 10.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Burrow gets this one briefly out wide.
And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
4 yards.
That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. An inside give, Brown. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game.
Here we go.
Another run for Brown on second down.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Third down and goal coming up here.
Let's get set. Wide 80. 12. 12. That.
Burrow.
Slant. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD.
Jahan Dotson from 10 yards out. And the Bengals are an extra point away from going back on top here in the fourth.
Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
To kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's first and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get it down to a pickup of 8, second and 2.
37-yard line. 8 yards.
Hey, alert 33.
Second and 2.
Mayfield.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Buchanan. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here's a second and 7. Quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Big play looming here. This is third and 7 with a crowd on their feet.
No surprise right here. They get 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
It's fourth down.
Here we go. This is fourth down.
Run. 180. Watch.
Now the Bucks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this one is right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
I'm one, ready?
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Gun. Cut. Wide 80. Cut.
Here's Burrow. Dotson, he's got it. At 5 yards, not going to cut it here. That clock continues to run. Here comes 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
And he can't get thrown away. He's taken down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. The Bucks going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Wide 80. 11 empty. Cut.
Burrow. And that's into the hands of Gesicki. And he will make his way out of bounds. That stops the clock, but they'll have something else to consider now. It's 4th down here.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch a game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
I'm one, ready?
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
11. Wide 80. Wide hot.
Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. I think probably just trying to draw him off there. It didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time, being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were designed.